The key metrics to monitor in your beauty business. Listen, you can't outrun your numbers. Are you hiding from your numbers? Do you keep saying that you aren't a numbers person? The dream. You've been wanting to own a beauty business for a while now. You signed a lease, you bought the supplies, you have a few clients in the books. Life is good. It's everything you've ever dreamed of. I know you might feel the same way, because I used to. Until tax time. Then it gets scary because you're like, what does all this mean? And you realize you haven't kept track of anything. You've been mixing business expenses with personal expenses. You seem to get by the end of each month, but have no clue if you're actually profitable. Does this sound familiar? Do you feel seen right now? Starting a business sounded like so much fun until you have to sit down with your numbers. It's not the funnest part of the job. It's not fun. Lucky for you, I'm your rich beauty biz BFF. My name is Sheila, and I am the host of Pretty Rich Podcast, the CEO of Pretty Rich Bosses, and I help beauty entrepreneurs just like you make more money in your salons, studios, and online. And make sure, if you haven't already, to like and subscribe to this channel if you want to continue to learn how to scale your beauty business. I've helped thousands of women scale to multiple 6 to 7 figures, and today we're going to discuss something that so many women in business avoid: your numbers, the metrics that you need to focus on. If you want confidence in understanding your numbers and you want to stop running away from them once and for all, this video is for you. This episode is for you. Enter KPIs. I know. What's a KPI? KPI stands for Key Performance Indicators, which is a quantifiable measure of performance over time for a specific objective. KPIs are your friend. They're my best friend in my business, and I'm going to break it down for you. KPIs provide targets to aim for and milestones to examine growth in your business. Just like anything in life, what you pay attention to, what you track gets managed and grows. What you neglect withers away and eventually dies. Sure, you have a lot of hired professionals to track things for you, or maybe you have a partner that's taken on the accounting, but are you paying attention to your numbers? Are you paying attention to your metrics? You're probably wondering what to track. So here's a list of important metrics to monitor in a beauty business. Your average service price, the average amount your client spends each time they visit you. This number should increase every year to cover the cost of expenses and inflation. Client retention. Do you know what your client retention is? A good retention rate is about 50 to 70%. And did you know that implementing retail sales can lead to a higher retention rate? On average, did you know that if a client purchases 3 or more products from a business, the retention rate is around 80%? If they purchase 2 or more, the average retention rate is 60%. Productivity. Your goal is to schedule 85% of your available working hours. So for example, if you're available to work 40 hours a week, your goal is to be booked for 32 of those available working hours. Tracking these KPIs are fairly simple to track. Most booking softwares will automatically generate the report for you. Now, where most of you struggle is tracking the dollars. What should you be tracking? Number 1, cash on hand minus accounts payable, your expenses. Who do you owe money to this month? How much do you have coming in this month? That includes appointments that are already in the books and any additional sales. What is your profit after expenses? From the big expenses like rent and payroll and all the way down to the ring lights or cotton pads, everything you use that directly helps you serve your client, money coming in minus expenses equals profit. Once you know how much cash you have on hand, do you have a cash surplus or a loss? A lot of business owners say they see a bunch of money coming in, but they have an empty bank account. You need to understand, if you're tracking a cash loss each month, you need to change your spending behavior. Once you know how much is coming in and going out in your business, start saving up in case you hit hard times. Having a 3 to 6 month operating cost saved up is ideal, but if that sounds intimidating, start with 1 month. Break it down to small chunks to make it less intimidating. You should also analyze your prices and see if you're even charging enough to make a profit. Have you ever done that math? So many businesses aren't charging enough and operating at a loss. If you aren't charging enough, you can't save or hire anyone until you do. Are you basing your prices on what your competition is charging instead of your actual numbers? You must analyze your expenses and determine your actual operating costs. It's really important, you guys, to work with your bookkeeper. Tell your bookkeeper that you need to understand these numbers to be profitable. Not just him or her, but you yourself need to understand these numbers to be profitable. Planning your expenses sets you up for abundance. You might be a solopreneur thinking about hiring a team. What KPIs should you be tracking before expanding? How do you know if you're ready financially? Start with creating SOPs, standard operating procedures, the systems and steps to do anything and everything in your business. Always remember, you are not your business. The processes and systems in your business are your business. Before you hire anyone, you got to sit down and analyze exactly what you do and the steps you take to do anything in your business. How do you grow your business? How do you market your business? What metrics are you measuring? Create a process for everything so that the first person you hire knows exactly what they'll be doing. The next step is analyzing your numbers to determine if you're actually ready financially. Plan for your future growth, dissect your spending history, and plan for the next 12 months. Create a column for every month and start with your existing bookings. Determine how much money you have in the books, and from there, make a plan for how you can grow. Will you up your social media marketing efforts? Will you implement a referral system? Will you run promotions? What will they be and when? By doing so, in each month/column for the next 12 months, you will plan when you will earn the extra money. And eventually, you'll be able to see how you can save enough money to hire. Wanting to grow your business revenue and planning for it are two different things. You need to generate the cash to be able to hire. And when it comes to hiring, think of it as an investment in the stock market. You invest money, and it takes time before you see a return on your investment. It takes time to grow. Your new team member will take some time to train and learn the processes in your business. Shadowing time, training, implementing takes time. So having 4 to 12 weeks of payroll saved up to make time for that training is ideal. So moral of the story, track, monitor, and save for future growth. Whether that's investing in your marketing, coaching, or hiring. Planning for the future means knowing your end goal, breaking it down and working backward, but always monitor the results. So you know how much work you have left to do in order to hit your target. Monitoring your numbers is a constant when you're in business. It isn't something you only look at once a month or once a year. Keep it next to you and check it regularly, even daily. If you haven't hit your daily target, then working on upselling your last 2 clients of the day to get as close to it as possible is probably a good idea. If you're lost as to what to prioritize when analyzing expenses, start with getting help. Hire someone to teach you how. This avoids making costly mistakes. Oh, hi, I didn't see you there. You're a permanent makeup trainer, right? Well, you gotta check out my new course, Sold Out Trainings, that's gonna help you book out your trainings for months. Click the link below to find out more. I want you to stop running your business as a service provider and run it like a serious business person. If you're still confused and want more guidance when it comes to handling your numbers, you gotta check out this episode of Pretty Rich Podcast, episode 195, Taxes and Your Beauty Business, with CPA Shannon Weinstein. I'm going to link it in the show notes right here and in the description box. And make sure you download my free financial health workbook and begin planning for a better future. Just text me the words financial health to 310-388-4588 and I'll text you back a link to download. If you want to scale your beauty business, you need to realize you can't simply be the service provider forever anymore. You need to step back from doing services and hire people to fulfill them so that you can focus on the inner workings and systems of your business. And this starts with facing your numbers. I hope this video was helpful. I'll see you guys in the next episode.